Aquarium 225. I got some cool tricks that I've learned over the years, and for larger tanks, that is. And what I really love, and I don't see much of when you're decorating your tank, is Utah lava rock. It's good stuff, man. Utah lava rock right there. I've had it for years and years, and it's easy to stack up. And personally, I think it's the best. So what I've done here is I've built all kinds of caves and caverns all throughout the tank. So what that can do for you is then you can crowd the tank that way with all different sizes of cichlids. So that's how you get away with putting a couple tank busters in there, large ones that is, and then putting in some small cichlids. See, so you can crowd the tank that way. That way the small guys aren't getting picked off by the big guys if you have them. Like a lot of your South American cichlids, are generally larger than African cichlids in general. So like if you got a big fat red devil with a smaller cichlid, let's say, from Africa, there's a chance that African can get murdered. But if you set your tank up right, you can get away with it. There is one exception here on cichlid size. This is my butter coffery right here. He's 13.5 inches. I've had him for over 10 years. So he's the matriarch. He's in charge of the tank. Those are his offspring right there. So yeah, he could go on violent streaks. So if I didn't have this tank set up right, he would probably be killing off some of my smaller cichlids. So here's a Jack Dempsey right here. Look at that. He's a beaut. Right back there is called a red zebra from Central America. Beautiful fish. Almost looks African cichlid-like, but he's not. He is from Central America. Now, what I've done, I got 15 fish in here right now. Right there, that's my 5-star general. Yes. He kind of is a predator fish. He always stays down in his little cavern here. Okay, so I've had this tank since '04. And what I wanted to share with the aquarium freakers out there is little tricks you can do to your tank if you want to crowd it or whatever. And the way I have my tank set up filtration wise is I grew up old school. I got under gravel filters. I got 3 under gravel filters on this tank. This is a 225, so it's a large one. So what the under gravel filter does, it's actually a reverse flow, is it'll keep the beneficial bacteria. You never have to worry about ammonia again. If you get your reverse flow, or you don't even have to have a reverse flow. If you get the old school under gravel filter going, you never have to worry about ammonia, ever. Once that gets going after a month, you're set. I've never had an ammonia problem in here, ever. So a lot of people don't run those, and they're like, well, I got to get the ammonia built up in my power filter or my canister filter or my sponge filter. Yeah, you can kill it with chlorine if you're cleaning your sponges out. But anyways, so if you got a large tank, I highly recommend having plenty of water movement, which I do have. I got just for movement alone, I got 4 power heads going at the top of the tank. So I got this one here. They're all maxi jets. And look how good the water movement is. So I got 4 of those up top running. And I also got a couple down low. Directing water down low. So I got some making waves up top, and I got some making water movement down below. So if you got a high caseload of fish, you got to have a lot of water movement, man. Plus it's good for the tank. So I got those going, and then I got the Whisper power filter here. It's a very good filter, in my opinion. Okay, so I went over water movement. I also have 2 sponge filters in this 225. And the sponge filters with the maxi jet on there or any other power, they're the most efficient way and cheapest way to keep your tank clean. They're simple to use and they do the job. I mean, just gotta have them. I love them. I recommend them. Sponge filter. Make your own. There's one back here. Look at that. Efficiency-wise and price-wise, they're the best, man. Okay, another. Okay, so I'm going over my filtration system. So I'm messing around on the internet the other day, looking at some fish sites, and you know, I used to have canister filters, but they'd always break down. They didn't last. They were a pain in the ass to clean, so I just quit using them. But I was messing around, and of course, lo and behold, the Chinese are moving into the market, and it's a Chinese takeover. They introduced this dude. I sold out. It's a Sun canister filter. I think it's like a 3000. I've had no problems with it, and it does the job, and it was only 120 bucks. That's a crazy price for a canister filter this size. 120 bucks. These can go for 300 on other brands of the same size. So this is some of the filtration I'm using on this 225, and I have successfully mixed small, medium, and large cichlids all together, all in one tank, with the way I have this tank set up. And then one last thing I'm super big on, to all the aquarium freaks that are just getting into this trade. I got this thing about having clean water. And the number one thing to me, in my opinion, to keep crystallized water is activated carbon, and I always keep 2 cups of it in my tank at all times. And I put it in my little net right there. Activated carbon, baby. You put this stuff in your tank, the next day you get up, the water's going to be crystallized. So, like I say, you get about 3 weeks worth of efficiency out of the activated carbon. It is pricey, but I get mine in bulk. And then what I do, if you guys want to save money, go ahead and take it out after 3 weeks and boil it for 15 minutes and then dry it out, and you get another round out of it. So there's some tricks to how I pimped out my tank. And Utah lava rock. I don't see much of it on the aquariums I look at. I'm big on the Utah. These are little ways to stock your tank with large, small, and medium cichlids. Just set it up right. Another thing before I sign off here, I've cut out some PVC pipe up here and suction cupped it on the side of the aquarium. That way the small dudes can hide. Plenty of houses. So what I have in here real quick is Erotices, and I highly recommend them. Butter coffrees, awesome fish. Chipokes, beautiful fish. Jack Dempsey's in here. Red zebra, and I'll do another video on what I've learned about mixing cichlids. So the cichlid freak is signing off.